Okay, so include only NAT network adapter MAC addresses. So what you could do is strip all network adapter MAC addresses. You select this one, and the format you're gonna use is Open Virtualization Format 1.0. Okay, so we'll leave this alone, and then select this one here. Okay,
Okay.
and then maybe put down select ISO image also, and then click next, and then these are all the things you are uh,
Moving.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is the descriptive information which will be added to your virtual appliance. Okay, and then export. So it's going to save into that location here, so we have to go into the location, and
So I can save this on like a flash drive or something as well, right?
uh, definitely,
Okay.
but the size is going to be huge, so we'll see how much is the size.
Okay.
It shouldn't be more than we'll see how much is the size is going to be. Okay, it's creating one over here, so we have to wait for it to complete, I think.
Okay.
Okay, so let me check. Okay, so it put it in documents here. Okay, so let's go into documents. Okay, and then it put it over here, and look at the size here. How much is the size? 750 megabytes.
Okay.
So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into another machine, which I have here.
Mrs. Zafar, you recording this as well?
Yeah.
Think maybe it will help me to.
Yeah, it's recording. I should have actually captured the screen here. So let me do that now.
My system keep breaking up, shutting down. So
Okay, and and then you select strip all network adapter max, include ISO image. And then you do next, right? Okay, and then you do export. Okay, so you get the idea. Once you export it, then it will be in this location here.
Okay.
Can you send this type of data through email, or does it have
What?
to be a hard drive?
Say that again.
Can you send this type of data through email, or does it have to be hard drive?
It's not too big, so it's 700 megabytes. It should be big enough. I mean, it's not that big enough. So what you could do is you could right click and then send it to the zip file.
Okay.
That way it goes as a zip folder, because sometimes it may be blocked by the email provider.
Okay.
So now that we have this here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in a location where I have this on network. Okay, so let me copy this here. Okay, so for me it got copied over to a network, and let's see here. In here, what you have to do is file import, I think. Uh, .ovf. Okay, yeah, it's looking at it. OVF format. The format it created was OVA, but OVF format is uh, this is the file extension .ova and OVF. It's looking for it. So let me go ahead and capture that. So you go into File and Import Appliance. For the sake of import appliance, right? Yeah. Okay, so import appliance. And then you'll get this drop down here. And down on the bottom, generate new MAC addresses for all networks. So let me take this screenshot. So okay, so make sure this is selected, this is selected. Okay, and okay, and what I'm gonna do is browse to the location. Usually if it's gonna be USB, then browse to the USB and okay, so select this one here.
Oh, under the bed somewhere, probably.
So select this one and OVA format and whatever the name is, it should keep the name. Okay, and then you open it and see all that information is going to transfer over, and the virtual hard drives and everything. Okay, and hopefully this will do it. I haven't done this in a while, but this should work.
Nothing for brief. Take every. Why do you have both?
Bro, I bought one of them joints.
But you didn't buy both of them. So
But you gonna know, you gonna try to give me the one with the less in it. Like that's
That's
crazy.
the one you want.
You don't know that.
I do.
Okay, and then I'm going to do import. Okay, so while it's doing that, I'll be back in a minute here. Okay. About that. So okay, so looks like it completed, and right here. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and start it and see what happens. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's coming up just fine. Yeah. So I'm gonna go root password. So it got its new IP addresses and all that here. It's not keeping the old one, okay? But it looks like it's got a similar IP address. Yep, it got its full history and everything. Okay, does it make sense? I have it on recording too, so you don't have to worry about it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. In reality, all this would be working in VMware. So it will be a different VMware admin here. You just have to tell them what to do, they'll take care of it. Because VMware in itself is huge. I have VMware at my work here, but I'm not doing it. It's somebody else who's doing it. But VMware is dying because of Amazon, AWS, and all that. Okay, so you could imagine. So what I want to do is
Mr. Zafar, I came online and I have TeamViewer. If you can check it, my system.
yeah. Okay. You have the partner ID?
Yeah, it's 404
404
348
348
376.
376. We may not connect because you need to update your TeamViewer, I think. Or maybe not. Yeah. What's the password?
Is a 1M35EI.
Okay. Okay. It's telling you to update here. So
Yeah, these pop-ups start coming now.
okay. Yeah, for that you do just put a check, click on this says don't show it again. The
Oh,
icon.
okay.
So you're connected here. What is the issue?
Uh, you know, last couple of days it was just giving me a lot of problem.
Okay.
Every time I have to like go like a VAR editor or try to change something is I cannot do until I reboot it.
Okay, so this system you should just minimize it. You should never go see it. You should be using putty all the time.
Oh, okay.
And so I think don't you think this is too big on your screen?
Yeah,
So you right click in there
right.
and you
Okay, that's
change the
right.
size here 18. Just keep it to 16 or something. Is this laptop or desktop?
It's a laptop.
So let's see here. So you're using VIM and VIETCFS tab, right? So that should work. You think you are getting the message that says it's in recording mode or it's in read only mode?
Yeah.
Uh, read only mode. And each time you're logged in as root, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, do this here when you are having issue, right? When you are having issue, put that in a chat. Take a picture and put it in a chat and see what it would be the issue would be. Okay.
Okay.
Right now,
Mostly, yeah, try to mount and unmount. I have to restart it again.
yeah. So you using you mount is the correct one. Yeah, you use that. And mount is the correct command. Unmount is not the correct command.
Uh,
Number 40, you're looking at the number 40 is not the correct one, okay?
okay.
Number 41 is correct.
Okay.
And everything else over here, you run into same problem.
Yeah.
And actually, you're doing good. Yeah. So if you, I mean, definitely, I mean, whenever you have an issue, whenever you're practicing it, okay, when you get stuck, take a picture with your cell phone and then put it
Okay.
in the chat, okay? So everybody should see it. And if somebody could help you, that'd be great. If nobody helps you, then I'll respond to that question.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, and it looks like you're connected to the internet also, so I don't see any problem here.
Yeah, it came on.
So what happened is, did you delete anything recently, or what do you think might happen?
Uh, I don't know. Yesterday, the last moment you said that the GUI, but I didn't, restart it or install those upgrades. And then it's just this morning I came and everything was gone.
Okay, so what you could do is sometimes you go in here, and then right click and restore in recycle bin.
Uh,
But I see
okay.
this one has been deleted a long time ago, so this we don't
Yeah,
need to worry about that.
that's last month.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's how you learn here. It's called troubleshooting. So,
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I want to ask everybody how did you guys create a new email address and all that so we could start working on the resume, okay? Because the market is really hot and almost all jobs are work from home.
Okay. Yeah,
In fact, I'm getting calls
Yeah, I
like
made a.
almost every day.
I made one.
I'm sorry?
so the
I made an
assignment.
email.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can go ahead, Harun.
I'm saying the assignment. We can go in there and we do like a practice in there.
Yeah. And also download this app here. I'm using this cool iPhone app. So I'm gonna put it in the chat here. Download that app, and no matter where you are, like if you're stuck in a traffic or you're on a bus or flying, whatever, download this app and do the practice. Okay. So what is happening is this app is on your cell phone, and then
Mhm.
connect to the server I gave you, which is going to be
Oh, okay.
online all the time. You don't have to carry your laptop, anything. At least you are able to practice it, okay?
Yeah, we want whatever we practice so you can see and then you can give us guidance, that
Yeah, did you finish
how-
it? Is that what you're saying?
huh?
Did you
Yeah.
finish the assignment?
Yeah, I did the first, but I missed a couple of questions.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll check this week and then I'll set aside a half hour next Saturday and then we'll go over it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and I'm sending this app in a WhatsApp group here. Download this app. It's very good. Everybody has an iPhone or Android too.
I have an iPhone.
Android they don't have this app for an Android.
I don't know if they are. Just search for Shelly.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna
Search
look for it.
search for Shelly in uh, Android.
The Play Store.
Oh, it's called
Shelly.
Play Store, right?
Yes, Play Store. Is it called Shelly Cloud? No, Shelly.
Click on the link I sent you and then see if it automatically will try to take you to the Android app.
Okay.
So, in fact, let me show you how that works here.
Shelly Cloud, I guess.
Okay, you could see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have this IP address, and then you log in there, and I connect. and then I log in as Zafar. I put in my password. Okay, so I'm logged in here, and then I got like quick half hour somewhere, right? You're waiting for dinner or something. You got quick half hour. Go ahead and practice this here, okay? Most of the things should work. If it's not working, then let me know. Take a screenshot and send me. And it's just like any other party. Okay, you do df-h, df-h. Uh-oh. Well, obviously it's not as intuitive, so you do clear. I mean, what I'm trying to say is you could definitely use all the commands. I'm sorry. Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna exit out of here, so we'll see how it works here.
Mrs. Zafar, you were saying something about our email addresses.
Yeah, the email addresses. Remember, I told you guys to create email addresses, a new email address,
Yeah,
and you guys remember the format for that?
yeah, I created an email.
Yeah. So go ahead and create one, and then create the resume. Start putting in what you're learning. So what I want you to do is go in the document here, like where is the document website? So so open main document and keep this on the side here, okay? Now when you're watching this document, open the you could definitely download this document and keep it with you, or open it in the new tab. It will open it like in full screen,
Mm-hmm.
and keep it to the side, and then open Word document. So open Word document, and what I want you to do is what you have been learning here, start creating bullet points. So right here you learned a lot of basic commands, right? So what I really wanted to see is how you guys are putting this in what you're learning, and how you could translate what you're learning into the resume here, okay? You could be a world class scientist, but you still need to put it in a resume that what you are doing. Okay, so
So
you
what
could
you,
do is like uh, you could put down here like a bullet point, familiar with basic system commands. Okay, so the basic commands, you don't have to stress too much on it, okay? And then you could scroll down, and then what you do is in here, uh, you could familiar with basic commands, uh, and then you could also put in here uses uses absolute and relative paths. Okay, and then you can move on. Um and then users redirectors. That's all you have to put. Okay, then move on, and I think that's about it. The basic commands will cover a lot of them, and then redirectors here, right? And you don't have to mention all this top, all this here. Um,
Disk management.
this management is very important here. Put down in this management,
LVM.
yeah, familiar, expert in. You have to be expert in LVM. Expert in LVM, then put something like this here. Expert in disk management using LVM. Using LVM, then put down here just the commands here, right? So what are the commands you use in LVM here? You could also put down here NIC configuration. NIC configuration, static, IP, and NIC bonding. Okay, something like that. And then you could move on, and so you guys get the idea here. Go ahead and prepare a document like this, and then on the top put your name. Don't put your full address, anything, okay? Put your name, city, state. Like if you're New York, just put down New York, okay? If you're in Chicago, just put down Chicagoland area. They should New York area, something like that. Okay, so don't give out too much information online here. So then, what once you have that, email me. Then I'll work one-on-one with you guys. Okay, well, I'll work one-on-one with you all to make it final. Then from there, then by the end of the class, we'll start marketing. So for LVM here, you could put down the commands like pv create, vg create, lv create, lv extend, vg extend, and you got the idea here. And then made persistent, made persistence with reboot. So just type fs tab, okay? So then what I want you to do is go ahead and make it like a technical document. Then what I'll do is I'll make it functional, technical as well as functional document. That way it will be nice here. And one other thing, don't ever use tables in here, right? Like if you want to showcase your technical abilities and all that, don't make a table in here. What will happen is all the resumes goes through the ATS system, automatic tracking system, whatever that is. And if you use tables in a Word document, it will make it blind. So any keywords you're putting in the resume, it will be all, the system won't see it, and then you won't be coming up in the searches. So I will take care of that when we work on one-on-one, okay? But for now, go ahead and as the class is progressing, put together like a document. By the end of this class, you should have like this document at least going up into 3 pages. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and within 2 weeks from now, go ahead and send me what you have, linux at zmprotech.com. And then after that, continue working on the document. Then when it's close to the end of the class, then we'll finalize it. And I'll show you the tricks how to update the resume online and keep coming up on the searches here, okay? You have to keep uploading your resume every 2 weeks, because what it does is after 2 weeks your resume gets stale, and it shows it goes on the bottom when the search is being done. Okay, so hopefully that gives you good information. So I'm not going to send you this as an example because I want to see what you got.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and continue with the class. So I'm really glad you guys are asking so many questions, and I mean, if you got a question, go ahead and speak up and then put it in the chat. It's going to be all beneficial for you.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'll put this in the VirtualBox document. Okay, so all these screenshots should help. Uh, okay, so today's date is. I'm gonna put down today's date here. Okay, so I'll leave that on the side. Okay, so now what I'm going to work here is, so it says it's complete now, right? So let's take a look here. So it says complete. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the run levels. Okay, so before that, yeah, let me talk about run levels, okay? So the system is updated, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to type clear and type who -r. So what it gives me is it's telling me I'm in run level 3 here. So let me explain you what are run levels. Okay. Okay, so what is run level? So run level is a operating state of a system. So when I did who -r, or you could also type run level, it's telling you N3. Okay, so who -r, right? And it's a who hyphen, I usually use who -r. It gives you what run level the system is in. Okay, so Linux operating system, it has 7 run levels. Okay, so Linux has 7 run levels. Okay, so I'm gonna do this here. And okay, so the first one is called run level 0. Okay, and when the system is run level 0, the system is in shutdown mode. And the command is init 0, init 0. And if you type run level 1, it's in rescue mode. And there is no network available. And it's called init 1. That's the command. If you type in init 1, the system goes into the network mode. Okay, and then the run level 2 is multi-user mode. So multiple users can connect. Multi-user mode without NFS. We'll talk about what NFS is later on. Okay, network file system, like a shared folder you have at your work. that won't be available. Init, this would be init2, the command. We're gonna go over this in a minute here. And run level 3 is so this is a multi-user mode. Okay, and with NFS. And usually this is a default one. So right now I'm checking the run level. I'm in run level 3. Okay, so okay, so this is init 3, and if you type run level 4, okay, which is not used, and run level 5 is actually a graphical user mode. It's called GUI. Okay, we're gonna go in there today because we updated the system to graphical user mode. When you type init 5, the system will switch in there, okay? And if you type run level 6 is, it's init 6 here. What is init 6? You guys already know this, right?
Restart mode?
Yeah, restart. Reboot. Very good. Okay, so now let's go ahead and yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Zafar, for run level 4, how come it's not used?
That's how it's been. It's not
It's
used.
just like that?
Yeah, technically it's not used.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, thank you.
sure. So now what I'm gonna do is before that, okay, let's take a look at the size of the drive here. Yesterday the footprint was only 1.8 GB, okay? So after the update, let's see what is the size here. Okay, the size is 4.5. So we really don't have to go to this size here, GUI mode. The operating system has all the capabilities before the upgrade. Okay, so you could see the moment you upgrade it to the graphical side, the size went up, right? So how much it is? So 4.5 minus 1.8. So it's taking the space 3 times as much. It's taking extra 2.7 gig here. Okay, still that size is still nothing compared to Windows. Windows take up like 25 GB or something when it's actually installed. In fact, this computer doesn't have too much stuff on this, and oh, right here. So this computer, I mean, doesn't have too much application, anything installed on it. Still, 297 minus 233. So a good 64 GB is being used up. Without having too much Oh, you know what? I have some recording here, but what is the size of recording? Okay, yeah, recording is not on local here. It's going into the uh, network. I have this here, but let me see what is the size. Yeah, it's only 23 megabytes here. So, anyway, so we upgraded the system here, right? So let's go ahead and I'm gonna keep this side by side. Uh, so I don't need this. I'm gonna shut it down. Init 0. The system goes off. So at your work, don't be just using this run levels for fun here, okay? It's gonna, especially don't use the last one and the first run level 0 and run level. I mean, run level 0. It doesn't make sense here. It would be. I mean, I mean, you don't normally use it. Maybe you use it if you're decommissioning the system. If you wipe everything off and you want to shut the system down. I mean, it's useless actually. And reboot, you use that often. And I don't know who's using run level 5, but it's there. So let's, without rebooting, go ahead and type init 5, init 5, and hit enter, and look on the side how the screen changes. Okay, now the screen is gonna go into the graphical mode. I think it's already in there. You could see the mouse spinning. Okay, so it's loading here. Now you see, okay, now you see our Terminator, T, Spider-Man, X-Men here. Okay, so it's
Yo,
giving you,
that's crazy.
huh?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. It has some kind of Windows functionality, but I really hate it. Windows in the sense GUI functionality. It's wrong to say Windows. That means when you say Windows, you're referring to uh, Microsoft Windows. So let me log in here as, when it says not listed, that means you could log in as root. Okay, this is what the Macs are. Macs are usually essentially this interface here, but highly customized by Apple. And I'm gonna put my password.
Mr. Zafar, have you already done this before? Because mine is asking me. I'm at the like window, like the welcome tab, and it's saying like what language should I use?
Yeah, you may, if you are, you logging as root or what are you logging as?
It didn't give me a login screen. It just came up as um
Yeah, I
as if
think,
I'm starting up a new
yeah,
device.
yeah, I know. Yeah, go ahead and follow through that.
Okay.
It may come up on my screen. Yeah, it came up on my screen too.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna go next and next. No, you could actually, if you want to get rid of Windows, you could actually download the GUI interface on your laptop or desktop and use this. And if you go into applications, you go into the mouse doesn't really work as good. If you go into applications, utilities, or system tools, that's where the terminal is. The terminal here is our putty. Who has Mac here? Do you have Mac?
No, I have Windows.
Okay, anybody who's using Mac, they have this terminal here. This is coming from your Linux operating system. So it will keep all your information here. I mean, it's just like logging into the system here, but it's in a graphical mode. And I think it has there is like an office that comes with it, like there is some free version of Office, not Microsoft Office, but Libre or something. I really hate using that. I don't like it. Microsoft is probably very good when it comes to the word processing and all that. Office is probably very, very, very nice Microsoft product. Okay, there you go. The Firefox is here. You could remove Firefox from there. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Alright, so let's see if it's still there. I think it disappeared from there, didn't it? Yeah. Firefox is gone. Anyway, so this is the graphical user mode, okay? I am not using it. I really hated it. There is no use for it actually, the graphical mode. And so now let's work on run level. So let's do init 6. Init 6, what it does is it will reboot the system, but it's not going to go back into graphical mode here. Why it's not going to go back into graphical mode? Because it's the default run level is run level 3. So I'll show you which file it's reading to go into the default run level. Okay, so now it does that and then goes back into the default run level. And if you type who-r, you are in run level 3. Okay? So now the command is this is a new command we are learning here. You type systemctl get default. Okay, and when you hit enter, it says multi-user.target. So what is a multi-user mode? And it's a run level 3. So, okay. Init 5.
Mrs. Zafar, is
Yeah,
the virtual machine supposed to go back into the Cisco
into
or
Cisco.
no? Yeah, like mine is showing. I guess it's not the GU, it's not the GUI interface anymore.
That's what it's supposed to be. You did init
Oh, okay.
6?
You didn't log in to yours though, did you?
No, no, I didn't log in. I don't need to.
Oh, you just restarted the session in Putty.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and then here, so I'm in putty now, so the graphical mode is gone. So I'm just showing init. So whatever the default run level you set it, the default from the factory it's set to run level 3, which is gonna be this mode here,
Okay.
the black window, dark window
Right.
here. Okay, so let's see here. Init 5. Uh, System switches to graphical mode. Okay, but let's play some game here. So go ahead and type init 5 and then it will switch to graphical mode here. Okay, okay, I'm gonna give it a time here. Okay, so now if you type who hyphen r, so what it tells you is current right now what is the current run level 5, and the last run level was 3.
So skip the history.
Yeah, it kind of does that. Yeah, current run level not default yet. So if the system reboots, is going to go into the default run level, which would be run level 3, unless you change it. Okay, okay, but you still run systemctl get default and hit enter, still is going to say multi-user target. That means run level 3. Okay, so now what you have to do is you don't have to reboot to get back to your default run level. Okay, so what you have to do is just type init 3, I'm sorry, and then hit enter. What it does is boom, it goes back to the whatever run level you told you to switch from. And if
Mrs.
you,
Zafar, mine keeps saying authentication for org dot free desktop dot system D1 manage units. Authentication is required to manage system services or units. And it says authentication as my name and then the password.
so where are you logging in, into the graphical mode?
Uh, I hit init 3 and then it gave me that error message.
Okay, give me a team viewer.
Okay. I think it's 14, 15.
Yeah. Can you give me again?
Yeah, 14, 15.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that
That's
one.
it.
Yeah.
I gotta find the password though. It's not coming up. Okay. The password C
Okay.
859
Mm-hmm.
XC. If you scroll up, it said it a couple more times too.
Okay. Oh, where do you get this command from? You type init3, do control C there and see what happens. Okay, now type init3. No, you switch to root. You logged in as Austin. I
Mm-hmm.
think, yeah, exit, just exit out of this, go back to your previous party.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You have to be a user or have a sudo access for you to be able to switch to the uh, switch the modes here. Regular user can do that.
Oh, okay. Cause when I did the init, I was root at first, and then when I did the init 5 and init 6, it changed over to the GUI, and then the GUI had me create a new user and a new password, and then once we came back over here to the putty, I think I did init 5, and then that's when this came up.
Yeah,
Or when I came back to the putty, it had me log in as Oz Linux, and then or I logged in as Oz Linux. Maybe I should have logged in as root.
yeah. Go back to the party session you have in the back. There's one session in the background, right? I could see one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's logged in as a root. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Go ahead and type init5 and then go back to init3 again and see what happens. So when you do this, it just does it flawlessly. Yeah, hold on. Let it switch to.
Okay.
It's not doing it.
Because I have two different virtual machines running right
Oh,
now.
you are actually on a different one then.
Yeah. I thought we were doing class in the systems upgrade,
Yeah, we
the
are.
GUI system upgrade.
Yeah, whatever that system is, upgrade system, just log in as root. Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
just so okay.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, so now, uh, so if you did init3, you're back in here, right? So Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is so I'm gonna show you how to set the default run level here. Okay, so there is a command or there is a file you have to change. Okay, so now if you want to change, uh, there are two ways you could change the default run level. Either you could edit the file, or you could uh, do the command here. So I'll show you how to edit the file here. Okay, so the file you have to edit is vi etc. Any file in the etc means it's a system configuration file. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is vi etc systemd system and default run level. So in here you have to come here and edit this line here where it says description. Description says multi-user system here, right? So what you have to type is um, graphical. You know what? Hold on. Set default. Okay. So in here you have to type. You have to edit this file and change it to graphical interface.
Mr. Zafar, how did you get there? I'm a little behind. You did VIEC slash ECT
Yeah.
slash system.
Okay, did you get it?
Oh,
So let me go in there.
system the slash system.
And then in the description, type exactly you see. Delete what you have in description and type graphical interface.
Okay.
Okay, and you save and exit. And now is not if you do, a systemctl set get default, it still says multi-user target here. Why? Because the system need to reboot. So if I do init 6, the system is going to reboot and then it's going to go into the graphical mode.
So every time when we go to VI editor for configure files, we have to reboot the system.
Not necessarily, not all the time. There are certain configurations that requires a reboot. So this is one of them, because you need to write to the, oh, it didn't go into the graphical mode here. Let's take a look what's going on. It still says multi-user target.
Mine went into CentOS, the graph, the GUI.
Oh, it did went in there. Your worked, right?
Yeah.
Mine didn't. Graphical.
Oh no, it changed back.
Okay, put the command there. Put this command, systemctl get default. Let's see who -r. Still says run level 3. That is strange. I want to see the file systemctl. It's not showing the way you edit the file. Run level with systemd, systemctl, isolate. Okay, so actually we'll stop here because the time is up. We'll catch up next week here. Well, we'll promise to next week we're gonna have a full class. We didn't have enough time today. But anyway, we'll stop here and then we'll continue here next week. Okay, guys,
Okay.
try to work on the resume and then let me know if you have any questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you, Mr.
you all
Zavar.
have a good day.
Have a good one.
You too.
Allah Hafiz.
Love.